evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hayden Raven, and welcome to Escape the Forest. Now, this is a point-and-click style adventure with a couple explorative endings, so let's see how many we can find in the time that we do have. You're still in the forest, and it's getting dark. Time to go back home. But where are you? Press T to follow the trails, and O to wander off the trails. You can press P to check your phone. Well, actually, that'd be the smart thing to do. So why don't we check our phone? The most logical thing to do is check your location on your phone, but too bad, no signal. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We're frickin' lost. Okay then. Well, let's follow the trails because seemingly going off of them would be bad. This path is there for a reason. Why leaving it? You keep following the path until you split in two. Press L to go left and press R to go right. You can press P to check your phone. Well, even though it's methodically not telling me to check my phone, I'll go right. You take the path to the right. As you walk, you see a sign, military terrain, no access beyond this point. Press C to continue or B to go back. I'll go back. I don't want to come into any crosshairs. That would be very, very bad. No access is no access, so you're going back. Will you go left or right back to the military terrain? I guess we go left. You are back somewhere on the path. Could have just stayed on it. As you follow this path, you see a house made of gingerbread. What do you do? Eat, knock on the door, or walk away? I'm gonna eat. Being me, I would eat the gingerbread. You take a bite out of the gingerbread walls. Press space. Unfortunately, the gingerbread turned out to be a painted wall art? You just ate wood and the splinters are perforating your internal organs. You fall on the ground and pass out. You died. Cause of death, internal bleedings. Press space to restart. Now this is going to be fun. Let's see what else we have for us. So let me wander off the trails to begin with. You decide to leave the path, and for what it is. You have a good sense of direction after all. Press S to keep going, or straight to go right. You can press P to check your phone. Does that ever actually do anything, or no? I'll go straight forward and onward, as I always say. If you just go straight ahead, you must find the end of the forest eventually. At least there's the intuition. You see a river. What now? I'm going to swim. I like a swimming. You enter the river and start to swim. Soon after you enter the water, the stream is too strong. You try to grab onto something, but you failed. Your lungs fill themselves slowly with water, and your vision is getting blurry. You died of drowning. How wonderful. So let's wander off the trail one more time, and let's go left. You hear a sound of crying in the distance. Check it out. If I know anything about horror movies, and one I saw last night, you never investigate a crying lady in the forest alone. That is a very bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. Just a public warning, PSA warning for you. Never investigate crying in the woods, ever. Please investigate crying in the woods. You hear a sound of crying in the distance. Investigate, go back. Well, seeing how I am being exploitative, I must investigate. Oh my! You found an abandoned baby. You slowly pick her up and take her with you. You're back with the baby in your arms. Do you go straight or right? Let's just go right. As you're walking, you see a pack of wolves, and they have clearly seen you. What do you do? I don't know what to do here, because they're clearly faster than me, so I'm going to stand still. The wolves slowly approach you, but they mean no harm. After waiting for about 5 minutes, the wolves carry on their journey. And so can you. You're back somewhere on the path. Could have just stayed on it. As you follow the path, you see a house made of gingerbread. What do you do? Okay, so this was the spray-painted wall art, so I'm going to hit walk away, which is the W? Yes, indeed. You know how this story goes, and you are definitely don't want to be a part of it. Press space to continue to follow the path. Is there any point in the phone? There's not. You take the path to the right. As soon as you walk, you see a sign, military terrain, no access beyond this point. Well, there is no other way to go. You decide to ignore the no access part and enter the terrain. If you follow the path, you will go to a heavily guarded military base. You can also leave the path. Press B to go to the base, or O to go off the track. I feel like going towards the base would be better despite the no access. As you approach the base, soldiers are running towards you, weapons drawn. Press space to continue. You are quickly taken into custody and placed in an interrogation room. You explain that you are lost and saw no other choice to ask the military for directions. When the soldiers frisked you and checked your ID, they laughed loudly. They offer you a ride back to the city. You won the game. Wow. Okay, so that is the ending to this. You also saved an abandoned baby. Without your help, the little girl would have never survived. The authorities arrested the parents in the ongoing investigation. You have received an award for brave actions. Oh, how wonderful. Can it go right here? The end. Okay, so what I'm going to do just to explore all of the endings, and that is going to stay on the trail and go right, and then I'm going to continue onto this trail, and then I'll go off the trail because I believe this is the only branch of the story that we have not explored. You decide the military personnel won't be too keen on visitors and leave the path. Then you hear click as some unexploded material you just stepped on exploded. You end up in a dozen pieces. You died, cause of death, blown to bits. Wonderful. So that is the end of Escape the Forest. This is a cool little HTML game on itch.io, and it's really cool. It's just a simple little game, so if you're bored and you want something to do and have some fun, this is certainly a fun little explorative game. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time with Escape the Forest. Join me next time and see what kind of malicious activity we can get ourselves into, but for now, I'm afraid we have to let this one rest. So, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you a good evening and a good night. I'll see you.